Welcome, fellow YouTubers, to the Fires of War, Episode 1, Incarnum Unleashed. Before we begin, I must say that we will be using the Copper Jackal or Playtest PDF supplement. Thanks to the people at Absolute Tabletop. However, it is the playtest PDF, not the recently released supplement. So tonight with me, we have some really good players, so I've allowed them to introduce themselves and their characters and give a plug for any channels that they use. So let's begin with Velimir.
Hello, I'm playing a nature cleric. His name is Adimus Vigoslan. He's trying to be a frontline fighter with trying everyone to help.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't have much information for now.
Merij, you're up.
Hey, hello. I'm Merij Kris. I'm a nanny by day, an artist by night, and I can be found various social medias that are listed in the description below. So, yeah, check that out if you want to see any of my art and such. But the character I'll be playing tonight, her name is Gaia Ablarine, and she is this quirky druid paladin convinced that she is Bahamut's champion, and every quest she undertakes is attributed back to him, and hence clearly her involvement with anyone in the party and such, because it's purely divine intervention from him that she's there. So she's only equipped with a rapier and her electric personality, and she's ready to kind of take on whatever adventure Bahamut's going to send her way.
Okay, awesome. And Jill, you're up.
Hi, my name is Jill, and I'm going to be playing Vincent Jarek, a warlock who is from an island nation, and he is currently sailing out to try to find more resources for his home kingdom and people and bring them back. He would like to eventually gain power there and become one of the ruling lords.
Awesome. Scott, you're next. Think you're muted, Scott. Okay, it looks like Scott's having a few issues. Okay, but while we wait on Scott, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, Joe?
Right, my name's Joe. I'm a professional procrastinator. I don't tend to do a lot with my life, but D&D is one of my passions. And I will be playing a character called Akarat Heavyhammer, who's one of the last surviving nobles of a mountain village known as Duskvale. He is a wizard, but trained in the arts of hand-to-hand combat, and he is doing everything in his power to restore the glory that is Duskvale.
Awesome. And do we have you back with us, Scott? Okay, why don't we try hanging up with Scott and then adding him back to the call?
And maybe have him restart his Skype real quick, just in case.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Quick, mate, break up the music.
And we'll see if this works. Sorry folks, technical issues always seem to pop up.
Dusk Veil.
Okay, that was weird. It actually kicked me off for a second.
I just love the picture of Heavy Hammer. I just love it.
Yes.
Say what?
Yeah, he's probably updating his Skype now. So we'll give it a minute. Yeah, 'cause he's not even on Facebook.
I wondered what you meant then, Valerie, and I realised what picture I have.
Oh no, no cat.
He was like, oh, I like the picture of Heavy Hammer. I was like, wait, what? And then, oh,
So it's gonna be interesting once we get these technical issues done. It's gonna be a pretty short session. And probably only about an hour, maybe hour and a half by now.
oh, technical issues.
Better now than later.
Yes, although I would have rather that it had started before we did the introductions and everything.
Yeah, I was thinking, do I need to reveal too much information my character then after I said my character?
Yeah, no, the short introductions were fine for this session, and although I do want to get a video of each of them recorded.
Yes, I get a third chance to do it better.
What?
The first time sucked. This time I felt a little better about it, but third time's a charm. So obviously I'll do something more epic and professional. So.
About what?
Her introduction.
Oh, I was like, I got it. I'm like, what?
It's probably going to get to the point where we do it so many times, it's just going to be Hyman and Barry I'm playing D&D.
Right. Yeah, if you want to see my stuff that I do, plugs are below. I'm being lazy. Well, thank you for more.
Thank you, Donovan.
Yeah, don't have a space.
Yes, Scott's restarting his entire laptop, so
Yes! Are we still streaming?
yes.
Awesome! Welcome, everybody!
Yes, so welcome to all who's watching us just hang out at the moment.
I can just start randomly doing prelude music to you. Just like, la 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 la. Play stuff, so it's not silent. Most people
Yeah,
like
we need bars for that.
Actually, maybe if you wanted to do the ballad and you did of the Urk, that would be awesome.
I cannot sing it.
That would be if as long as it's loud enough to hear while we're waiting.
I'll let you guys Can you hear that?
Yep.
Whoa. Yeah, no pressure, Mary, right? No pressure. Way to go to volunteer yourself.
Can you now?
Yes, we can, Scott. Yes, he is back.
Alright, we'll just end it right there then.
Awesome. Okay, Scott, why don't you introduce your character and plug your channel, and then we'll get started.
Greetings everyone, sorry for my technical issues. My name is Scott Austin White. I'm one YouTube channel, Scott White, where I will be doing videos for D&D, maybe even Wicca because I'm a witch. And my character's name is Markham McGregor Starsquire, although the group will not know his full name. He is a fighter, and I'll leave it at that because his past is a mystery to everyone.
Awesome. So we will begin, and 500 years have passed since the Great War of the Dragons and the time of the Primordials. The land is devastated. There are ruins where cities and towns once stood in splendor. Brother is divided against brother. The races keep to their own. There's no sense of kingdoms anymore. For now, all struggle to survive, and they keep to a small tribal old setting of scavenging, trying to etch a living from this devastated world that has been broken apart. The pieces of the world float in the heavens, and each piece seemingly unconnected to the next. In this setting, we will begin with Gaia. Gaia, you come to and you are in your home woods. You recognize this by some of the tall fungus and other exotic plants that haven't been found anywhere else. However, these woods aren't quite as you remember them. They seem to be less expansive, and the trees and plants seem to slowly be dying. As you get up and stumble to check your belongings, you notice in a pocket there's a small seed. When you pull it out, it glows with a golden light. And faintly you remember, almost as if it's a dream, your circle of druids and the elder giving you this seed and telling you to plant it at the heart of the board. You place it back in your pocket and look up. You see a dense fog is rolling in, and ahead of you there are three lights floating in the air. What is your reaction to these lights?
At first, the guy just kind of looks up and brushes aside the blonde hair and just kind of looking at this fog. And at first it's a little bit like, what's going on? But when she sees the lights, she's like, ah. And so she will start going towards them with fervor.
Awesome. Velamir, you wake up and you are on a cliff overlooking the sea, on your mountain island home. The same dense fog over apes your surroundings, and as you look up trying to get your bearings, you find that there are three golden lights circling in the air. What is your reaction?
Are they floating near me, or?
They seem to be maybe 75 feet in front of you. Roughly.
I look down near the cliff, trying to feel the air, the breeze, trying to calm myself down and try to see if there is anything that I can to withstand, understand. Is this the nature or the magic speaking?
You are not sure what it is. You know it's our place, that these lights normally aren't there. But the breeze seems to be almost cold and tastes of salt upon your tongue. And
I'm gonna pick up my staff, and can I follow the light, or?
yes, you can walk to the lights.
Then I'm gonna steadily and slowly try not to fall off the cliff just in case, and follow the light.
Okay. Hey. Markham, you wake up on the edge of a swamp, having traveled from your homeland to seek your fortune. The dense fog sets in as you enter this swamp, and off to your right you see three golden lights It's forming a triangular shape. It just hovering in the air. What is your reaction?
Malcolm's going to slowly stand up, placing a hand, his human hand, on his sword belt, and he will slowly walk towards these three golden lights.
Awesome. Um, Acrobat, you are standing at the foot of the mountain with a large buck across your shoulders, having returned from a successful hunt. And you are looking towards your mountain range that you know holds the ruins of your once great urban city. You notice as the fog creeps in, and you see these three golden lights as well, floating in the air. A triangular shape that's rotating very slowly. What is your reaction?
Considering that he's very, very interested in magic and things like that, does it look magical?
You are not sure from this aspect, but you know it is definitely not supposed to be there.
He'll probably keep an eye on it for a second or two, and if it remains, he'll probably idly wander over and try and inspect it.
Okay. Hey, you managed to do so. Oh. And chill. Oh. You wake up in your cabin. Your feet hits the floor, a rather cold floor, and you grab your belongings and you head up on deck, for you know that they are supposed to make landfall soon. As you get up on the upper deck, you notice there's a dense fog, and it looks like it's almost touching the bow of the ship. And there are three golden lights spinning rapidly in a circle. Oh, what is your reaction?
I step out onto the deck and sprint off into the mist. When I don't see anything past except those glowing lights, I call upon the eldritch energies that are always within my grasp, and to swirl around my hands, and I reach out to touch the light with those eldritch energies surrounding my hand.
Okay. You try to use...
As I touch it, I release a eldritch blast on the light.
You try to do so, and you feel the energy is very weak, almost as if magic itself barely exists in this world. And as you go to release it, you actually step off of the brow of the ship, and you're amazed to find yourself on what appears to be a small all-rock island. And in front of you, you see four other people, and they are standing as if they just stepped onto this island as well. Oh, and looking ahead of you, all of you see a stone building with a creaking wooden sign blowing in the wind.
Gaia is going to look around, and if she sees the others, how obvious are their Jacobites?
And that you see each of them are pretty obvious is so far, except for possibly a acrobat, unless he's smiling.
And mine, because mine is covered in armor.
Okay.
And mine over the glove.
Covers the glove.
Yes.
What about yours, Jill? Is it visible to the eye?
Yes, it would be.
Okay, cool. I think with that, then she's just kind of looking around, taking it in, and she takes notice of how your characters, Jacobite. She'll actually approach him. He's like, "Ah, you've summoned here by Bomber too?"
Summoned.
All of you,
Best way I could describe.
all of you kind of laugh at because as in this old and time, Bahamut and Tiamat both fell in the roar of the dragons, and it is believed that the deities fell also.
Yet Michael will laugh and go, silly girl, the gods of death. What god do you speak of that you serve again?
Dead? I promise you. Not that. I am his champion and I serve him, and so. But I speak with this man here because he have mark of Bahamut on him, and yes.
You mean copper thing on the face?
Yeah, I got one. Yes, one. We are chosen of Bahamut, and so
And
I-
Moscow left his hand and he'll slowly remove the glove, showing his entire left hand is copper.
and
Yes.
Gaia will just smile. She's like, "You've been chosen by Bahamut too." Is that? And she kind of look at you and is like, "We all have been chosen here by Bahamut."
And a fell grin will cross Markham's face. Bahamut, no, I do not serve such a god. I serve Markel, the goddess of death. But she too is dead in this world.
That's not very nice to speak of your god like in such a way, but okay. Anyways, you know, aside from us just meeting, my name is Gaia. Aplevin. And who might you all be?
I'm gonna raise my hand and try to shake her hand, and my name is Adios. I see you got a copper jackal too. So this isn't just a normal meeting. There is something in the air.
Absolutely. This clearly. To me, Bahamut, obviously. To you guys, whatever you believe. We've been summoned here. Something big is needed of us.
That is true.
We all have, do you have copper? And what about you over there? As she points over to the dwarf. Not dwarf. Something dwarf. Sorry. No, I'm pretty sure it's Hill Dwarf. Whatever, something. Dwarf.
Me? You're talking to me? Oh, I'm hungry, I am. So I'm going to head on inside. And he'll head inside the building that's in front of him.
Okay, you all notice as he starts to rock inside, he still has this large book slung across his shoulders, looked like he had been hunting.
Markham will follow the dwarf because Markham's kind of hungry, having left his homeland and finding food scarce in the swamp.
Okay.
It was Beelzebub and commune over a meal. Yeah?
Well, I don't know why we are here, but we can go on.
I'm sure I can tell you by the ear. But let's do it.
Sometimes
And
words...
Guy just kind of very confidently marches off, goes into this building, place, tavern.
I'm just gonna feel the atmosphere for a moment, then gonna follow them.
Okay, you managed to do so. And Jill.
Walk into the tavern.
Okay. As you all walk in, you notice the common room is pretty empty. There is basically a one orc sitting in a corner and a doorman and standing in behind the counter. He kind of moves to the side, and you can see he has a wooden peg for a leg. And he speaks and says, "Ah, welcome to the Mystic Harbinger. What can I get for you? But I have 3 rules: no fighting, no stealing, and no back talk. Follow those rules and we'll get along just fine."
Now, as Akarat walks in, and he's greeted by this... As Akarat approaches, he's greeted by this other dwarf, and he says, "I don't suppose you've got anywhere to put my catch, have you? It's gonna go sour if I don't treat it."
He goes, I can cook that for you if you like, lad.
You will you? Well, save me a job at least.
He nods, and he takes it from you, heads into the kitchen, puts it on a spite, and puts it over his fire pit to cook, throw some herbs, and stuffs it with vegetables and all that good stuff. So what will you be drinking?
Oh, I've actually got my own drink, but what are you selling? Tempt me.
Says, I believe you might like some of my own creation. It's called Dragon Breath. And
Dragon breath, you said.
he reaches under the counter and pulls out a flask, and steam is just pouring out of this flask. He hands it to you, says, "Try a sip, lad. Careful, you may not want to take the whole thing."
Akarat sort of raises an eyebrow and goes, "Just a sip, eh?" And he takes a small sip of it.
You're surprised at the fruity, smooth taste. It's going down on your throat. Oh, almost cool, but as it hits the back of your throat, it starts burning.
As it starts burning, Akarat sort of like moves his tongue around his mouth as if to try and help it go down better. He goes, "Blimey, it's like fire nectar. It's good but bad at the same time."
He chuckles, goes, "Now you know why I call it Dragon's Breath."
And he goes, "It was rather good. Do you have much more of it?"
Goes, "Oh, not much, but enough that you can finish that flask. But you might want to take it slowly. It's not like most Durban meads. It has quite a after kick.
I think we didn't come here for drink or eat. We were, I was following the lights. Did you do that, or?
He goes, the lights. Yes, those are just guiding lights to find your way here. But there is an interesting tale to be told. But first, allow me to get you all drinks. And he looks at Malcolm. What will you have, lad?
Same thing the board had.
He smiles, pulls out another flask, pours a tiny sip into a cup and hands it to you. Says, I can't give this flask out until I have a chance to brew more.
Martin will look at the little tin notebook. Very well, and down it.
You get out it, and it has the same effect on you. Look,
And he'll just smile. Best word of meat I've ever had.
yes, you can, Jill. Oh. And Jill, he turns to you and says, at last, what will ye be having?
I'll have whatever's strongest and keep it coming.
He goes, the strongest I can give you keep coming and will be some honey mead. And he pulls out.
Oh, give me the strongest that you have.
He-
And dragon's breath.
He go,
As much as you can.
he pulls a little bit out in a cup and hands it to you.
I just pour it. I just one swallow, gulp it down.
Nice. Same effect. It burns your throat almost immediately. Looks over at Gaia and goes, "Ye lass, what will ye be having?"
I would be very satisfied with a cup of water. Do you have any fruit by chance?
Yes, I'll bring platters out. And he ducks down and gets you a glass of water.
Thank you very much.
Looks over at Vellum. What will ye be having, lad?
I can't handle the alcohol, so please something mild or water. It's fine.
He pulls some more water, hands it to you. Says, I'll bring you all a bowl of stew while I be ready, and we'll talk. He ushers in the kitchen, brings
I will have more dragon's breath.
hangs out some stew. Oh, when he gets back in his, you say would you like some more? He pours a tiny shot into your cup, kind of judges the weight of his flask, says, well, that's all I can give out till I brew more. And he puts it back under the table.
Martin will go normal meat for me.
He nods, gets you a tankard of normal meat. Goes, so, you've all found your way here. Not too many people do. You see,
So clearly only the people
he kind of nods, looks over at the orc in one corner who nods at him. He says, "You see, things here aren't quite what they seem." And he proceeds to walk straight through the counter. Goes, "You see, I died long ago, during the Great War of the Dragons. Unfortunately, my spirit is bound here."
You seem real enough to touch. Just never seen a ghost corporeal like this. Are you sure you're dead?
He goes, "Ah, lad, it was some orcs." Looks over at the red in the corner, smiles. Goes, "They were a barbarian lot, unlike my friend over there. They took a double axe to my back, and then proceeded to cut off my leg."
Oh, that's great.
Like, goes,
Is this
"Yes, my lass."
it's you, Ghost? Does this make via in this like heaven or spirit world?
Goes, "No, oh, I'm bound to this tavern. You see, my ancestors were tricked by Tiamat into opening up a portal to the Nine Hells. In exchange for which they would get some of her dragon eggs. Unfortunately, those foolish mage ages were the dragon's first meal. And ever since, my noble lineage has sought to close that portal. I fell in the line of trying to do so." And he looks over.
What could give you such power?
As he looks over at Akarat, goes, I see you bear the crest of the heavy hammers." Kind of.
He looks up and he sort of adjusts his helmet, which at a closer inspection, it looks almost like cold molten rock. If you really look at it, it looks almost like a crown. And on the front of it, it's got a hammer insignia on the front of it.
He smiles, goes, "Now I know why you were brought here." And he reaches back through the counter and pulls out a great hammer. And you see upon the hilt of the hammer, it bears the same insignia. Goes, "Looks like you're the one for this generation. Better luck, lad."
He steps up out of his seat straight away and sort of rushes over to you and tries to take it out of his hand, and he just looks it up and down. And he goes, "Where did you find this? This has been lost for generations."
He goes, "Oh, it was my hammer. When I died, it came with me." He goes, "Yes, unfortunately, I can only manifest it same with myself for a very short time. So it will bear no help to you." And then he reaches back through the counter, places it back underneath the counter. Goes, "Perhaps you and your companions will succeed where I failed, and then my soul will be at rest." And he nods over to the shaman, who stands up, comes up to the group, goes, "I am Devu. To find I'm what you seek. Ache. You must pass us through many places and trials. The first of which we shall take you to when you decide to leave. However, I have a question for you. And he pulls out a broken hilt of a sword. Says, who shall bear this sword?
As soon as this hilt of the sword is born, Gaia just kind of lurches forward like, my red! And like kind of reaches out and is just saying, I read it! And as she tries to snatch it, like she kind of like cuts herself on this stupid blade, and she's like, and kind of then re-looking back at the hilt and just like almost frenzied, just like, I want this thing, and just kind of goes, never mind. I thought that was something I had lost, but clearly not. That thing is really
He nods and goes, by blood you are bound. Looks, you see, we believe this is the golden sword of the avatar of Io that was summoned by the primordials. It's...
Wait. Primordial, say something? Is this already?
Yes, 500 years ago. They aren't due to remanifest for another 500 years.
Oh, no, I just saw some yesterday.
He smiles, goes, you must have had too much of that dragon breath. Oh wait, no, you have water.
You should like look at her, I'm like...
Perhaps...
Well, Michael will have a keen interest in Gaia at this point, but he won't say anything.
He kind of scratches his head. Did I give you the wrong drink? Oh well.
It tastes like water, like no taste at all. So, yeah, no, I saw some just yesterday, like in the flesh, or at least they were like at the monastery, and they.
He laughs at the monastery. I remember that place. It fell almost 520 years ago. Almost to the day. And he looks at the rest of you, looks first to Akarat, says, will you undertake this quest of our lineage? And he hands the sword to you.
Let me get this right. This is to close the portal to the Nine Hells.
As the dope bartender says, lad. And all you gotta do is agree and draw blood of yourself.
But then I accidentally dropped blood. Does that?
Goes if you agree.
Akarat sort of looks at you and he smiles and he goes, you carry...
You have got one too.
He glances over to you mid-sentence and then looks back to the door. You carry the heavy hammer name, so I'm bound by duty. And he cuts his hand on the back of his hand, passes the sword back to you.
He looks over at Malcolm, and you, lad. Will you accompany these two? And he's holding the sword.
Markham will take the sword. My name is Markham McGregor, and I swear by the oath of my noble house that I will do this. And he cuts the back of his neck. He hands the sword back.
Awesome. He takes the sword, looks over to Vellum, says, "You lad, will you swear to accompany these three?"
Well, to be honest, I have nowhere to go, so I shall tread their path.
He nods, hands you the sword as well.
Same sword or just the hilt?
The same sword. Says, "All you gotta do, lad, is draw blood."
Draw my own blood. I open from my armor a hand just to cut my hand a little.
As soon as the blood touches the sword, you hand it back. And he looks over at Jill. "And you lass, will you swear to accompany these?" Oh, sorry, lad. Only one lass in the group. And a mighty pretty one she is, too. Although she could do with a bit of facial hair. But then again, can't expect a non-Dorvan lady to who have a beard.
Yeah.
Anyway, will you accompany these others?
I will.
He not.
I'll take the sword and make a cut right below my neck, right along the line of my copper bite.
Okay. You managed to draw some blood, probably from the most difficult place on your body to draw blood, being so close to your copper bite. And he reaches for the sword and says, "So, there are eight shards of this sword left. The first step is to collect them. Who shall bear the sword?"
And Markham will nod his head. I shall.
He nods and
If no one else.
and he starts to reach out, kind of looking at everyone else to see if they agree or not.
Akarat will sort of stand up and he'll look over to Marcus and he goes, "It's all the same to you, lad. He's carried my family's honour, so I wish to return the favour."
And then Markham will nod his head. As you wish, Heavy Hammer. The sword is yours, then.
Okay.
He lets out a low chuckle and he goes, "Less of a Heavy Hammer. You can just call me Akarat."
He nods, kind of looks at the other three as he starts reaching to Akarat. "Yes, Les."
No problem with them carrying the hilt. I have no problem with them carrying the burden of the hilt of the sword. I will do my duty to make sure that we find the other shards
He
and
nods,
that they are successful.
looks at the other two. Do you guys agree that the Akarat should bear the sword?
I cannot embarrass it.
In,
I just really a little breath from my mouth and just like, yeah, he can take it.
He-
I don't like swords.
he nods, hands it to Akarat, Says very well. Oh, we should be off. And at this time, you feel the whole tavern start to shake. And it seems to be lifting up. The dwarf kind of chuckles.
We're going to wake you up, or
He laughs, goes, "Look out the window, lad."
Akarat proclaims out loud, brace yourself, there's a quake.
He goes, "No, it's no quake." So who is... Okay, you see what you thought was as an island is actually a giant tortoise. And that the tavern sits on its back. He goes, "No worries. It's a space-faring turtle. It will get us to each of the pieces of the planet when we need."
I like it. Moving fortress.
Goes,
Fortress, it's even better than that.
He goes, "You guys might want to be seated. Some of it, the ride can get a bit bumpy."
Gail will go to the window and she'll kind of look out too, just like, "Oh, we live on a turtle."
Fascinating.
Yes,
Never seen that before.
and you've never seen a turtle this huge.
Indeed.
Goes, "I can't blame you for thinking it was a hill, though. When it's drawn up in its shell with all the moss and plant life on its shell, it does look like a hill."
Yeah, I did the mistake of one of the labels.
Goes, especially the hole containing the mouth. He tried to snap at her.
Many adventures lost the life to.
My question, dear dwarf, how did you get the tavern to come to all 5 of us at once?
I didn't. The lights went to you.
So, Ahmed sent us here.
And that was nothing, and that was nothing more than the lights can be seen from all points at the same time if we wish it.
So these lights work as teleportation devices?
Not quite, but more of almost a planar shift portal. It's about the closest I can call it. 'Cause it takes you through a different dimension to get there. That's what the fog is for.
I didn't know that magic is still powerful.
Only because it's
Don't tell him you, lad.
because technically we exist outside of this plane. And we exist in all
Oh,
planes.
it's like
Wait, I don't mean to go back on what you said. You said you're going to take us to the other shards and there's some sort of test.
Cause
Where is it?
it will be in the ruins out the door and the turtle gets done walking, lad. And about 20 minutes or so pass as you guys are kind of chatting. And the turtle all stops and the tavern starts to lower to the ground.
question. Does the hilt of the sword have a scabbard?
No, but the door for each under the counter and pull out a scabbard looks like it belongs to a great sword. Says that should fit it, and he hands you this plain leather scabbard. No decoration on it.
Okay, Akrat will wrap the sword and then put it in the scabbard, and then sling it on his shoulder.
Okay. You got something to say?
I was just going to say that the venison smells done.
Oh yes, as he goes in and tears off some of the venison into different bowls and brings it out. Eat up.
And as he's not handing it around, Akrat, he tries to stop himself, but he can't quite do it. He goes, "That's not exactly yours to give away now, is it?" Oh, what the hell.
Goes only part of it, lad. After all, I did cook some. No worries, there's plenty left in the kitchen for when you get back. And if you're gone too long, I'll even salt it for you.
Yeah, but we'll see.
I'm still looking at the window. Just fascinating.
The gods of a kind by another. To be yours. Then have it yourself.
Out the window, you see what looks to be a ruins with a stairway leading down and a broken statue that looks like half of the head of a cobra on the top. Looks like this was once a temple.
Oh, I'm gonna ask the ghost. So you died here near the temple?
Goes, no, I didn't. This is just where you guys must begin.
Oh,
Right. So we go look and I suppose we find clues.
Hopefully.
do we have a lead?
Okay. Then I suppose we shall go. I'm done.
He nods.
Everybody else?
Finish and help follow after Gaia.
Okay, are the rest of you following as well?
Well, just after seeing the ruins and beautiful scenario, I see Gaia just moving on. I just, ah, damn it, I need to go. I feel something's gonna go. I just go
Hey.
follow her.
Okay, accurate.
Akrat walks up to Vincent, who's had a bit of a conversation with it. He sort of pats him on his shoulder, and he says, "If it's all the same to you, you can have a look at it. I never caught your name. What was it?"
Thanks, Dwarf. My name is Vincent Jarek. My friends can call me Vin or Jarek.
What about your enemies? What do they call you?
They call me nothing till they are dead.
He sort of claps you with his other shoulder, hand on your other shoulder, sort of shakes you and goes, "Ah, I'm gonna lie." And then he strolls out the door with his arm around his shoulder if you go with him.
Oh yeah, I'll grin and clap you on the shoulder too and go right along.
Rose.
Awesome. You guys all follow Gaia down out into this dark temple. However, there is an airy blue light coming from up ahead.
Guy, you need to slow down. Temples are often very dangerous.
Do I smell like everything called?
You do smell the smell of decay. Whether it's some kind of vegetation that had overgrown this temple and died, either what, you don't know.
That's
You
it.
know,
I have vomit on my side. You keep me protected. And
I'm not scared of the Bahamut for you. I'm scared of the dead. Sometimes they are not. They are still still staying, still living.
Why are you?
then we destroy them if they come after us, or we make sure they stay dead. So she'll then just kind of snap her fingers, just going Tisnut, and this little crackling ball of lightning just kind of pops in her hand to kind of give a little more of an illumination to the area.
Okay. You see that this ball's very faint, much weaker than it should be.
Just gonna poke at it a little bit, just like Tisnut, and just try once more to like put more effort into it, like.
Same result.
So,
Oh.
And Markham looks over at Gaia. It appears magic is weak.
Don't worry, I have some torch. We can use that.
There is enough light of this airy blue light for you guys to see, so you don't actually need to light torches or anything.
When you mention that magic's weak, you hear Akarat sort of scorns. He goes, "Have you been sleeping for the past 200 years? Magic's not worked since forever, really."
And Markham
you should have seen me yesterday. I make great the lightning. I call it down through the sky. Like, magic is still around. You're all silly. Seriously. Do you have no confidence in your own ability? Like, do you guys even know how to do magic? Like,
As you guys are talking and walking, everyone make a perception check.
Really fascinating. How old are you?
yes! I rolled a 1. Anyways.
Who are you talking to? Me?
Can I use my passive perception? Or
You can roll it or use your passive if you're not actively looking ahead of you.
20. That's
Okay.
my passive is 17. Well, here.
Venom, who was you asking how?
Come again?
Who was you asking the age of?
Of
Gaia.
Gaia, yes.
She was answer with a very resounding triumph. I am 210. I think I celebrate 211 in like 4 months.
I'm just trying to. No disrespect. I'm trying to see how we can use magic if it was like yesterday.
Well,
Because it's very weak.
You have no time to ponder this, and everyone will have to tell me their roles because I don't have the chat pulled up.
Oh,
Oh.
20.
9.
Okay,
18.
11.
okay.
oh no!
Hey,
Gee, 1!
hey. Velame, and Jill, you both see a creature in front of you as Gaia smacks right into it. It looks like it has slimy tentacles, and its body's almost a gel-like substance. Its arms and its horrendous face appear to be this light blue wispy smoke. Okay. And Gaia, make a dex saving throw.
Come on. 18, yo.
You take 1 point of damage as this creature tries to suck you inside of itself, but you manage to stumble back out of the way. And with that, roll initiative.
I rolled another 18.
Okay.
What in the hell is that thing?
Stand behind me. Well,
I rolled a natural 20, so I'm 19 initiative.
Okay.
We should another board out.
Yeah, I know, right?
Accurate, Gaia, Velamir.
Oh,
Malcolm,
hey guy, I like yours.
10.
10. Okay. And Jill,
What do you got?
hold on a sec. Jill, you're on
18
the
total.
18. So we will go Akarat, Jill, Earl, or Vin. Gaia, Adamus is, I believe, and then Malcolm.
Adimus.
And what's your question, Joe?
We have our dragon bites, are they not affected by the magic?
You are not sure if they are or not.
Okay. Well, I'll use it if required. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Okay. So, Akarat, what are you doing?
Okay, when it actually sees us, how big is it? You said it was quite big, right?
Yes, it appears to be almost 10 feet tall and maybe 4 or 5 feet across.
When we actually bump into it, Akarat's going to loose his warhammer on the side, and he's going to hold it up, and then what looks really odd to the rest of you, he holds up his other arm as though he's holding a shield, but there's nothing in his hand whatsoever, and he just seems to ready himself, and he goes, "What in the hell is this thing?" And does it look like it's moving?
It is moving very slowly. Towards you guys.
Akarat looks around at everyone and he just says, "Any ideas?" And he's going to hold his action for other people to act.
Okay. Holding his action, it will go to Vin next.
I'm gonna try and cast Eldritch Blast on it.
Okay. You managed to do so. However, it is a very weak beam that is coming out. And I believe that is a...
That goes perfectly with my roll then. I rolled a 2 plus 6 is 8.
That is unfortunately not enough to hit. As you see this very weak beam shoot past this creature. Gaia, what are you doing after almost being sucked inside of this creature?
Oh, Gaia, so as she kind of slaps into this creature, and I just imagine it's kind of like when you belly flop into a pool, how you just kind of have that initial smack before sinking in. Like, it's kind of smack, feels yourself sinking in, just jumps back, just like, "Ah!" That thing is putty. The other guys or mud. It's sticky. Let's lure it. Lure it out and like zap it. And so like she's and with that she is once more like okay, produce slave like he's not and getting that little static of lightning and
Yes.
toss it.
Yes.
At the creature.
Yes. And is that a deck save? Or is it an attack to hit?
It uses attack. It can hit a target up to 30 feet away and ends the spell. Make a ranged attack roll. So yes, I do need to make a
Okay.
ranged attack roll. Come on, Mary. Whatever. Alright, so that's gonna be a 17.
Okay,
You hit?
you managed it to hit, and almost before you hit this lightning ball that you're trying to cast starts sizzling and fading, and you see just a very brief amber almost light up when you strike like this creature.
Okay. And I'm guessing as she does this, like she can feel like this like inability of magic, like where she's used to having this force that comes out of her, but just this like when you throw a ball and you just release it at the wrong time, like, ooh, that was not my best.
Yes.
Like I'm guessing that's kind of she's getting that.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So she'll just shake her hands like curses and move back to because like seriously she's like let's lure it out and I hopefully rain lightning before
Yeah.
it.
Velame, what are you doing?
I should do this.
Oh, hang on.
First,
Hang on.
the question: can I use my copper jackal, or I still can't?
Don't know until you try it.
I'm just asking, just to know. I'm gonna just tighten my grip on the quarterstaff and just say magic isn't working. We need to think, and I'm gonna attack it. Just be in front of enemy and just attack with my quarterstaff.
Okay, make your attack.
As a full arm training, I have 2 attacks.
Yes.
See. So it's 15
That will hit.
and 14.
That hits as well. So roll your damage.
Just a moment. I didn't use my cantrip, so it's normal damage. So 7 and 15 in total.
Okay, you managed to hit this creature 2 resounding thuds against this vibrating gel that makes up its body. And as you do so, you move to one side and you see behind the creature is what looks to be a swirling pool on the floor, giving off this airy blue light.
Wait, I didn't understand. So there is something behind it?
A pool.
Swirling blue pool.
Amber hole.
A pool.
A pool, oh. You just scared me for a second. I'm gonna say there is a pool in behind. We can try to push it. Right now, I'm gonna stand the front line in front of this slime, so the slime can hit me.
Okay.
As you actually attack, Akarat speaks up and he goes, all out attack, and is it? And he follows up. I'm going to attack with the Booming Blade, which is a cantrip.
Okay.
Just let me know whether it's successful or not. So he just runs up to it with his shield raised, and then he just slams into the side with his warhammer.
Okay, make an attack roll.
And a 14.
It is successful, although you see that the magic is extremely weak. And as you kind of push this creature back a little, you see the pool that Velamir was talking about. And you recognize that there are some arcane runes around the pool.
Akarat's eyes light up, and he's drawn to this because that's one thing on his travels he's always looking for, and he's almost utterly distracted by it. So I'll roll my damage for it. So 11 points of bludgeoning damage and 2 points of sonic damage.
Okay.
No, sorry, 6 points of sonic damage.
Unfortunately, you see the psychic damage doesn't seem to really bother it, but it seems to respond onto the bludgeoning damage, and it actually steps back. But it's still within striking range. And it yes.
Do I still have movement left?
Yes, you do.
Akarat would almost like dash straight towards it.
Okay, you make it to the edge of the pool easily. And give me an intelligence, either an arcana or a history check.
16 arcana.
You know this is a pool of pure magic essence, and you believe by erasing the runes or altering them, it will release this magic. However, as you're figuring this out, the creature reaches towards Velamir. It does so, and it snatches you up in its tentacles for 3 points of damage, and it starts to lift you up towards its, what you can only assume would be its mouth.
I got him. Can I? Oh, it's not mine.
Oh, and with that, it goes back to Akarat.
Markham has not.
Oh wait, yeah, sorry, Markham. What are you doing as this creature is trying to consume one of your companions?
So Markham will. He's watching the party effortlessly fail at attacking this creature, as it seems like they're doing very little damage. So he pulls his sword, and with his copper hand still unveiled, he actually activates his copper bite, which is copper forward, and he tries to pull from the elements of the walls around this cave to form a bulwark of
As you try to do this, you see that the copper's Jackalbite is not responding.
And Markham will look at his hand and go, damn. Not only his magic, but also our copper bites. And he'll just kind of move forward.
Okay.
And if he still has an action left, since the copper bite.
Yes, you do.
Okay, so he'll swing his long sword at the creature.
Okay. Hey, roll it.
Oh, God. I got an 11 on the first one, and I get 2 attacks, so go swing twice. And I got a 17 on the second one.
Okay, you missed with the first attack, but describe how, as you slice this creature in half, yet it's still moving in slowly forward. You see Akarat reaching down to erase these runes that surround this pool.
So, Markham just kind of slashes, misses this way, and brings the sword back around and cuts. He literally sees the blade going right through the creature. And he kind of, oh, what? Not one of you. And as he says this, he's looking at the dwarf, and he goes, Akarat, get your head back in the fight. We have a creature to kill.
You see, you don't see the dwarf turn around. You just see him. He goes back to you and he just puts his hand up. And if you're very observant, you see he's visibly shaking.
Yeah.
And he's just looking at these runes and so many thoughts are just going through his head. He goes, "All right, my training is done. I've done everything in secret. Now is the time. It's the first time that I've had it in my hands so close." And he does everything he can to try and undo the seal that these runes have on this magic.
Okay, you managed to finally corrupt these runes by dropping various lines and erasing others. And this flash of wispy blue light fills the entire ruined temple. Oh, and everyone blacks out as this creature is destroyed. And that is where we'll end the session.
So I fell down.
Yes, you all blacked out and passed out. And no worries for those viewing, it's not a total party kill. Oh, you'll all see in the next session what happened.
It's not a TPK, but I've just got 4 kills under my belt.
That's it.
Oh no, my party is dead. Wasn't it?
So let's take a couple minutes and we'll make it really quick because I know it's late or very early for some people. And just kind of talk about the session and what you like.
Yay, bed.
And you guys, if you want to know what that creature was, it is a reskinned and reflavored gelatinous cube.
He said not one of you things. But he's like, as soon as the blade passes, like he knows what that creature was.
Yeah. So, are there any closing thoughts from the players?
Yeah, I'm gonna need to know the time or name of everyone.
I wrote it in the chat.
Yeah, I wrote down my character sheet.
Yes, and I'll get the names before the next session, which will help.
I think I'm enjoying Guy's delusion of just like, Bahamut's great at everything! I'm just like, oh, great.
Awesome.
Oh, what is them?
Uh,
Yeah, so. Have fun, everybody. Very, very, very
awesome. How about you, Jill? What did you like?
I like kind of the whole party showing their personalities when they interacted with the bartender and kind of just getting
either drunk or not drunk. I was like, Merij just went for the water and wow.
She is on a holy mission. Has to stay sharp. At all times.
I like that.
I have
That's-
a question just to know. Mary, what race are you?
An elf.
Elf.
We have an elf, a dwarf, and 3 humans.
Tree?
Can you not tell by how idiotic the character is?
yeah. And
Are you a
Scott.
Only Colorado elves are that chipper, but she is.
So that's the laughing. Scott.
Obnoxious accent.
Yeah, I thought that you were just joking. So
No,
like,
I liked it. I liked it.
that's a record.
Soon as everyone's done, Scott, what was your favorite part?
My favorite part definitely is the battle scene where Markham kind of figures out, the bulwark, the tough fights don't work, so it's like, oh crap, all hands, I have to fight with my hands.
Yes. Joe, how about you?
Me, you say?
Yes. What was your favorite?
My favourite as a player is either how we almost like when we first got to the tavern and interacted with each other. I really enjoyed doing that with
Okay.
everyone. And like Joe said, everyone's personalities coming through.
Awesome.
The dark, mysterious side, and then Gaia, the absolute lunatic.
Exactly.
You've got the gruff sailor in Vincent.
Nice.
I like it. And my favourite part, Akarat's favourite part, I think, was discovering the well of magic.
Awesome. Vladimir, what was your favorite?
Well, trying to seduce psychotherapy with to the Gaia, trying to see how old is she.
Cool. Oh.
Wait, why was he acting?
Because you were saying like it's like yesterday I can use my lightning power. That's like, wait, how old are you?
My favorite part was actually when Gaia looked out the window. Oh, it saw that they were on a tortoise. They saw a turtle.
She only did that after I believe it was Adamus had done that.
Yeah.
And she just kind of went out to be like,
Animus.
Yeah, just the expression and we really are on a turtle, which is so perfect for Gaia. So, but
lots of strange things are happening right now.
yes, they are. So, I hope the viewers enjoyed the session and stay tuned. And as always, may the dice roll in your favor.